What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sideline, the Baseline with your host, M. Beezy and Klew. What's going on?
Lou. What's up, Lou?
Man, what a exciting. I mean, we just got off the mic on Friday. Here we are on Monday, and a whole lot's happened already. You got your boy Gus Malzahn. Actually, I already got this job down here, this UCF job. How did the fish grease? Pac Jam sent me a text and said, MB, he claimed Miami and Florida State in trouble, MB. I just want to send that to you. Only Pac Jam, you know he would want you to hit, so I'm shooting it at you.
Oh, you serious? It's hot off the press, huh?
And I don't understand. Let me just throw out there. I don't agree. I don't understand why that would, make them feel some type of way, or how that's gonna affect recruiting. Because that's the only thing I think. That's what he's saying to me. If he's saying somehow FSU or Miami is in trouble, then why he ain't throw Florida name in there and just like a triple threat? I don't know.
I think it's a good move, definitely for Central Florida. I mean, get a guy named like that, see if he can get it going. Definitely helps, but we're thinking about Alabama, man. We got to get ready for that first game, man. We're not worried about Central Florida just yet.
And we got to think about it, like how much Scott Frost was able to do 12-0. It really didn't move the recruit needle, MB. So I hear you talking about a name, but I'm not so sure he carries a name. I guess I looked at it from a whole different perspective. I'm looking at him and I think, okay, right? He was the OC for Cam Newton, right? When Cam was there at Auburn. Mm-hmm. And truthfully speaking, to me, that's his claim to fame, MB. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's never had another quarterback since. He's never had a special player since. They've sent a ton of defensive guys. Mm-hmm. Defensive guys have been, out front and doing well. But I don't know, MB. When I look at Gus, I'm like, I don't really know how he moves the needle. Like Auburn's recruiting's not going to change, with him gone. Yeah, he had a great system, allegedly, except for it only worked for one guy, Cam Newton.
I always say that he had another guy that just, which actually they had a really good record, and this guy, the quarterback he had, wasn't a guy that's an NFL guy. I forgot his name.
Correct.
And did well besides Cam Newton. I'm talking about when he was a head coach, because every time he as a head coach. What's the guy name? Let me find out the quarterback he had. But
MB, and I'm gonna agree with you. It's the year they beat Alabama, right? I
think
So I'm with you, but the problem is you are, how even we are. We have to associate a name with you, and the fact that you can't do that, and he can't walk in the room and say anybody who he claiming. He's still gonna be walking into, if Asher, a senior, next year, he walked in my house still talking about Cam. Come on, man. Mm-hmm. Give me another name, please. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think, and I understand what you're saying, but I think from a Central Florida standpoint, because he's been the head coach at Auburn these past few years, that's on paper, that's a big name hire for them. That as opposed to, especially this late in the game, I mean, me personally, I thought they should have got Elliott, but because he
think he would have did that. I don't think he would have took that game.
I don't know. I mean, they tried to. I don't know the details of what happened.
He got a raise off of it. He used
exactly. But I think for Central Florida, this part of the game, man, getting a guy like that that's just recently former head coach at Auburn, like you mentioned, OC when they won the championship and stuff like that. I think that on paper seemed like a very good hire, especially with their offense and stuff they've been doing offensively for the past few years with Scott Frost implemented. It fits right in what they're doing,
Except for, I think he's going to be pleasantly surprised that the personnel he's walking into is actually capable of doing what he hasn't been able to do, MB, and that's throw the darn football at the quarterback position. They gonna slave that thing around, so he may really have a great year.
That's what I'm saying.
Coming up, and in reading his deal, you're gonna have to pay for him, MB, $7 million if he try to walk after this season.
Oh wow, you got $7 million back. Oh, good Lord,
I don't understand that, MB.
What's that?
You gotta talk to us about these coaches deals at some point. Maybe this ain't the right show tonight, but you're gonna have to at some point talk to us about that, because he making $2.3 million a year, and they talking about having someone pay $7 million to get him. Like, come on, man, that don't even them numbers don't work for me. And then every year it's going to go down, but you ain't paying me nowhere near that, man. You got me a 5-year deal, I guess, averaging $2.3 million a year. Rough math say $10 million, and they got to pay $7 million to make me walk. Like that just don't. That math is eluding me, MB.
Well, I guess it's like just look at it like this. Since you're in the real estate, look at it like when you sign a year lease, right?
Right.
And when you try to break the lease, right? Then they want you to pay the money that you agreed to, right? So the buyout is that. It's like, okay, it works for both ends, because if he get fired, he gonna want them to pay their money. So they's like, okay, we don't want you to use this as stepping stone. So if you end up leaving somewhere else, then you got to buy us out as well, you know?
Well, MB, you ain't losing nothing. And watch this. In the real estate game, we'll easily accept about 3 months.
And that's what they do. They'll negotiate.
So again, them numbers ain't working for me.
Yeah, well, that's how it works. Because when say my man Manny Diaz, he just signed with he left, went to Temple, and then all of a sudden, what's the name, resigned. So then UM had to pay them money to get out the contract. You know, it was a settlement, so it works that way as well. You know, so from both ends.
I understand it. I agree with it. The amount is what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, well yeah,
that's a bit much for what you're paying him. That's what I'm saying. It don't match.
It's based on the years, I guess. They want what you say, 2.3 million.
Yeah, it says there he's averaging 2.3 mil a year, 5-year deal.
Okay, yeah. So
it's a $10 million deal, rough math, of course. It's
right, exactly.
$10 million deal, it'll be right, and $7 million to break it. What?
Because you look at it, because he's making 2.3 here, rough math. So then that's the remainder of the deal. So they was like, okay, based on this, we'll give you a 5-year deal, we'll guarantee it. But if you leave us, then you gotta pay us back. I guess that's the way, you know. Yeah. And then then that's part of negotiation. Well, Klew, but then also that's part of negotiating too, because he probably gave them a bigger buyout, because all is negotiable. He probably gave them I'll give you a bigger buyout just to let you know this is not a stepping stone job. I'm committed to the program. So then they probably put that in for that, because they understand recently you just lost 2 head coaches, right?
Right.
So then that's them protecting themselves, as well.
Right.
So that's probably the rough math with it as well. When you bring that up, 10 million roughly, 2.3 this year, plus coaching pool or whatever incentives he may have or whatnot. Right. That's not the total. So it's just the remainder of the deal but it's all negotiated in the beginning. So he probably gave a higher buyout to show that he's committed and to them. Who knows?
Well, congratulations to UCF. I agree with you, MB. This is a huge hire for them, looking at where this coach pedigree lies.
And then they got a new AD too, right? Because the AD left before, so yeah, he got to protect himself. Yeah, right. That's what you were saying.
The AD left and brought
exactly. So this guy here, the new AD, like let me leverage this thing.
That is funny. So, fellas, it's been a while. Oh no. And sad news. Vincent Jackson just been reported and confirmed. Vincent Jackson, I remember him more so his years in San Diego. But the article talks about him being a beloved player in the Tampa area for the Buccaneers, and did a lot of off the field community type stuff with them. Has been pronounced dead. today. 38 years old, MB.
38 years young. Golly, man. Just wish our prayers go out to his family and stuff, because they filed the missing person report. And man, you hate to see this end up on the short end of the stick like this. So, man, just go out to his family, man.
Right, man. So a horrible way to, of course, go out. Definitely don't. Just hope that him and his family definitely are. Well, his family is dealing with this, and prayers are out for them and anybody else that was close to him. So, man. So we done left y'all out. What, about at least about a month or two, MB? It feels like right before the Super Bowl. So it's been what, maybe 4 weeks, right at it. But we need to bring it back, y'all. It's NBA time, and it's some problems around here in these streets. He's a problem. Back in the building, MB. And mine gonna start out with a guy that's having an MVP type season, just not playing with an MVP type team. Luka Doncic, baby, 44, 9, and 7. I said it. I'll repeat it. 44, 9, and 7. And guess what he did, MB? They lost. I'm going to say it like my son tell me when we racing to the car. You lost. MB, 44, 9, and 7. How you lose after that?
Yeah, no doubt. Golly.
But that's been the Mavericks' problem, man. He needs some help. That connection, him and KP, Kristaps Porzingis,
the
man.
Unicorn, baby.
It ain't working out like they thought it would, because KP ain't holding up his end of the bargain, but Luka is going nuts every night. So Luka, he's a problem.
He's a problem. Hey, and then now the reason why it would help Luka get that L, you say had that type of stat line. My man, the Don, man, Dame Lillard, man, getting it done. 34 points, 11 assists, 3 rebounds, and had a clutch shot, right? Luka tied it up. They tied it up at 116. Then Dame came down, man, did what Dame normally do, man. Big shot Dame, and hit this shot, man, to take back the lead, man. A 3-pointer, man, getting it done, man. So Portland Trailblazers squeezed out that win, like you just said, 121 to 118. Dame Lillard, he's a problem.
Dame Dollar. Yes, sir. Another problem around here in these streets, man, that's been a one-man wrecking crew, one-man band, stand alone by his, I can do it all by myself. Hey, LB, he said I can do all things through Christ who strengthens him, because
did he say that?
Bradley Beal ain't got no help. He's a problem. Mr. Beal hit 35, 5, and 7, and you know where he on his way to. We still trying to make this thing happen. Don't be surprised he end up out there, baby.
Lakers trying to make that trade, baby. Trying to make that trade.
Hey, we got Kyle Kuzma balling just so he can slide over there. We'll give you Kuz, and who else you like? We'll send them up too.
The rich gets richer, huh?
Bradley Beal, he's a problem. And MB, they finally won. City. Hey, we normally seeing numbers like this with Bradley Beal still ending up with an L. And
right.
He probably shocked.
Yeah, they beat a struggling Boston team, man. Well, I'll tell you what, who keep winning though, and they're a problem, and he's a problem. Man, Devin Booker, man, 36 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, leading the Phoenix Suns, man, on a 6-game winning streak. Chris Paul, maybe he'll have him in a commercial, man, getting it done, man. But they are getting it done, man. They are getting it done, man. The young fella right there, man, he's been doing it, getting it done past 2 years. But now as a team-wise, man, they getting it done, man. They starting to click on all cylinders, man. But hey, he's one of the people leading the charge along with Chris Paul. They're a problem.
Can you say enough about that guy CP3, man? Everywhere They throwing him in the trash. He was in the trash in New Orleans. What did he turn them into? Winners, playoff contenders?
Yep.
Like they weren't. You know they weren't gonna do no work in the playoff. But
Right.
he turned them into playoff contention like they were making the playoffs. He
Right.
leaves there. They blow the deal of the century with CP3 and Kobe was supposed to get together. And you know, MB, I done said this story again. I said over and over, they robbed us. We could have had 5 more chips if that would have happened. But, you know, the NBA stepped in, pulled tech, blew the whole situation up. That's when they owned New Orleans. Remember that?
Yep. The
Hornets. Deal up. Yeah.
Yeah, so, it was the Hornets.
So then he ended up not going there, but went to the Clippers, and Lob City was formed.
Right.
Went from the toilet bowl to the penthouse. That's the first time they were saying they was competing with us. And I gotta be honest, y'all know I'm a Laker first. They were way more exciting than us. Now, when it came down to business, we got with them. But excitement, I'd have been buying Clipper tickets and going to see them play because that Lob City was out of control. They really, it'll be if you really want to say it, Chris Paul, that alley, that pick and roll lob actually was, to me, started there, or at least it was perfected there.
Mm-hmm.
With Blake and DeAndre Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
So he had pick and roll both sides, and he just throw it over his head. Don't even care where it end up. And them boys.
Yeah.
CP3, man, I know he's a problem at MB, but it just made me think, man, he everywhere he's going, then he go to Houston, and they one injury away from us at Golden State.
Right. His injury away. Right.
And he lead there, and we say, oh, ain't no way he gonna go to OKC and just into oblivion.
That's the one that
hey, in my Lee Corso voice, not so fast, my friend. They tried to bury him, and like the story say, he was like the mule, just shook it off and packed it down, and before you know it, he looking at you. MB.
Right.
Now they threw him again in the grave in Phoenix, and look at it. Get like a Phoenix out the fire now. He coming out the fire, LB.
Yeah.
Flapping his wing, coming out the fire.
Well, Phoenix, I think with Phoenix, like OKC, man, definitely, man, they were dead, man. It was like Lazarus. They got resurrected because nobody thought they were going to do what they did, you know. And then on top of that, they took the Rockets, man. They took them deep into the playoff, into a series, you know. So so he got those boys to play. Now Phoenix Suns a little bit different, obviously though. There was a team when they hit the restart in NBA, especially Monty Williams leading them. You could see them trending up, you know. But what he did, he's just now put them over top. I think they're like the 4th best record in the West right now. And I just mentioned 6-game winning streak, and definitely, man, his leadership and what he brings to the table is definitely he's a proven winner, man.
And LB, I can't help but say this. Pac Jam and I talked about CP3 actually about 3 weeks ago, man, and he mentioned this. He said, Steph Curry has gotten all the credit for being every man's ball player, meaning like kids can now look up to him and say, man, I don't run that fast, I don't jump that fast, but I can put my game together, right? Turn myself into a shooter and still make it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lie, MB. Steph Curry 6'3". But guess how tall Chris Paul is? 5'10".
Mm-hmm.
That's who they need to be looking at, LB.
Mm-hmm.
Pac-Man said that when he said it, I was like, bro, you right about it, man. CP3 is the guy you can be. You can't be Steph. You can't be that. Because guess what? Steph's still 6'3". So if 6'3" still ain't in your blood, that's a wrap. But if you hang around 5'8", you only 2 inches shorter than Chris Paul, LB. You still got a chance, baby.
I didn't realize he that short.
With his shoes off. See, in the NBA, a lot of times
they measure with your shoes on.
And the fact that they want to be known as a 6-footer. But all you got to do when they taking pictures, when they standing next to each other, look at these guys. And you'll see right off. You'll see right off. If you that, then he can't be this. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You'll
Yeah,
start picking over.
I mean, that's impressive because I remember I was watching a playoff game. I think was it a playoff game or All-Star game? Man, that joker went up and dunked the ball. I was like, what? I didn't realize he had those type of ups.
Well, he don't do it. He'll a little long in the tooth now, but and he's never really been a dunker. But
Right, that's what I'm saying. So,
at
but
weight, he turned it over in college a lot on breaks.
But he did it. He did it just recently. I forgot, man. God bring it to me, and I was like, "Oh wow!" I was really, I was shocked. You know, he had those type of ups at that age. You know.
Yes, sir. Well, that's again a testament of how well he's taking care of himself.
No doubt.
Still
getting it done.
Yeah. So, hey, man, this guy right here, he's a problem. Nikola Djokovic, baby. The Joker, baby.
Joker.
23, 10, 16, and 1, MB. I'm going to say that again because I don't think everybody understood me. 23 points, 10 assists. He dropping dimes, 17 boards. Oh, my bad. I done skip, but 16 boards, okay? And 1 block. 10 dimes from a center, y'all. This guy's center. Okay. The Joker is a problem. He's a problem. Guess what? For my late show, baby. He gave them numbers to us. And listen, one of the things I looked at, I say, man, well, he had to have a valiant night to beat us. MB, he's almost averaging those numbers, except for he's only averaging 11 rebounds. The rest of it is what he's doing for real. Actually, he's a little short in points. He's averaging like 26. He's at like 9 assists a game, LB. 8.7. So I'm like 9. And then 11 boards. I think a block a game. I mean, that's unbelievable. This is ridiculous.
He's getting it done. He's definitely getting it done. Too bad the Nuggets not getting it done. They still drunk from the bubble. From the bubble, man.
Yeah, and I'm putting all that blame on one guy, Michael Porter Jr. He's supposed to turn the corner for him. He's averaging 14 points. That ain't gonna get it done. He got to be a 20-point a night guy. He's got to be that third guy.
And he got to play some defense.
Well, let's start out with what he's good.
Okay. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you who's good, man. Last year MVP, man, the Freak. All right, holding it down, had a triple-double. Man, it sounded like I thought you was reading his line, Klew, man. The Joker you talking about the Joker where I guess he won up the Joker a little bit. Joker had 23 points. He had 24 points, 10 assists, 17 rebounds, and 3 blocks.
Right.
But they took an L in a losing cause. They OKC, so they having some issues, a little bit issues as well. They're not dominating like last year. But hey, the Freak, he letting you know, man, he still got it, man. Getting it done. Triple-double, man. 24 points, 10 assists, 17 rebounds once again, and 3 blocks. All right. Last year, MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. All right, Freak Lane, man, he's a problem.
He definitely is. I gotta agree. I'm gonna hate on him a little bit later in the show.
Well, you know what? I was thinking about might as well just transition into it.
Okay. Well, when you talk about the MVP being a problem, man, you got to go right back to last year, and obviously, the Freak, Giannis was the MVP. Defensive Player of the Year as well. And he stole it from LeBron, man. Right now, LeBron is a front runner in the MVP race. And I think they're doing the odds or something like that. I think the Greek ends up, I think it was 3rd or 4th that I saw, right, MB?
Yeah, it depends on what publication, yep.
Correct. So the problem I have with that, MB, right, is how, he has the same numbers, if not. You see what MB just read? He ain't turned down. You know what I'm saying? Turned down for what? Like that's the Greek still doing what he's doing. But here's my issue with it, MB. I think We're over him. We're over this. Hey, I'm going to kill all during the regular season, get to the playoff and implode. And ain't going to be able to do these same MVP type heroics to get my number one team in the league through the playoffs, at least to the finals. And that's not he's not capable right now of doing that. I think people are over it. I felt like they should have been over it last year. And that's why I was so upset when LeBron didn't get MVP, because I'm like, look, LeBron is showing y'all, man, I'm tuning up and putting numbers like this. And then I go into overdrive in the playoffs. This guy already in the overdrive, get the playoffs, and he go from being 6'11" to 5'3". So I feel like as an NBA, and with these predictions coming out, they over him, MB. If the numbers are identical, but yeah, he drops from being a front runner. Yeah, I think they over him, MB.
Yeah, that's a good point in the sense of, you're right. I mean, the expectations is definitely higher. I mean, second time winning in a row, then on top of that, defensive player of the year as well. To his argument, his numbers, the last year numbers, that was more. It was better than that, Kato. Though he was, I think he was having like 30 points and 13 boards and like 6 assists. I read somewhere. So they was comparing those to like Shaq numbers, where Shaq had. So they were saying it was a historical year, right? But now the bar has been set, like you're saying, and then LeBron, the disappointing thing about that, because now LeBron, he had a historical year, man, in the sense of me, like he led the league in assists last year. Had over double-digit assists, 10.6 assists,
Yes.
So, and then like you said, when you get in a playoff, he turned it up. But I just think everybody was so intoxicated with what the Freak did early on in the year. I would say pre-COVID, that when they hit the restart, LeBron, man, he just got better. He took it to a whole new level, So yeah, I definitely. But that's a great point what you brought up. I could see like people like, okay, but unfortunately, you know what, man, they hand out that award, man, for the regular season, not the playoff, and that's another part of the issue.
Hey, MB, they beat us with the record and all that, but they weren't playing. They weren't playing them killers out west.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And then statistically, he when you go head to head, he's one up on LeBron except for the assists. So you know how it is, man. Yeah. When you get in that stuff, man, you got the hype and all that stuff. Definitely that became an issue.
Hey, MB, I look at it like this: when when we go to them numbers and all that, I throw all that mess out the window and I say, okay, MB, we at the park. LeBron and Giannis sitting there. You got first pick. Who you going?
Yeah.
I look at that, man. Exactly. I don't care that about what these people talking about. Who you picking first?
Yeah, no doubt. And LeBron a winner, man. He gets it done. I mean, look, he pulled this here. Hey, this would be his 5th MVP if he can get this, man.
He the man. And the other thing about it is, you're gonna hear that Jordan LeBron conversation come up again after this 2-peat. We finna go ahead and finish up, baby. Told y'all we going for 3, but I'm gonna start y'all with the 2-peat. Okay,
2-peat, baby.
Yeah.
2-peats.
So the Dribble brothers at it again, and Kyrie tells James Harden, "You the point guard, and I'm going to play shooting guard." Now, MB, when we had this whole conversation about these 3, I told you who needed to play the 1. Okay, yeah. We talked about that. To me, it was a no-brainer. I guess though, this time Kyrie, it's even a no-brainer to Kyrie, and the earth is flat, MB, and even he know that it's time for him to move to 2 guard.
Why you say the earth is flat, Klew? Why you say that?
That's what Kyrie say.
Is that what he say?
Yeah, the earth flat, man.
Bless his heart.
Yeah, MB. I don't know where you been.
I missed that. He funny.
Yeah, he was all in. He's an intellectual, man.
Yeah, I know that part.
Ball player, man. He's an intellectual.
Yeah, I know that part. I don't know. What's the thing that he do now before the stadium or something, or before he get in there, some Indian ritual or something like that?
Yeah, man, he had his Indian
I forgot what he called it
during the interview, but yeah, he go through and he blessed the courts, man. He sent all the bad negative energy and stuff like that. He walk around with his I don't know, his little bottle type thing, and it's smoke in it, and he blowing, walk around the stadium. You can pull it up online, MB. It's videos of him.
Oh no, I saw him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering what he called. He called it something. I forgot the name they called it. But yeah, I mean,
he got Indian in his family, MB.
Right. Well,
you don't see his house?
Huh?
You don't see his house?
There you go. Yeah, but like you said, I mean, the thing is like he said they had a little casual conversation about, hey man, you the point, and it's like, no kidding, right? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody can see it. I guess it took him a while to realize, man. Like you said, he said he's still on Earth is flat. Took him to realize, like, bro, that's the best combination right there. With him having the ball and you being off ball, you do your thing. That's the best combination right there. So he just had that pivot, like, oh, okay, this is what they were telling me. So yeah, obviously he said they acknowledge it, but your actions speak so loud, I can't hear what you're saying. You know?
You hear there, MB? Klew, how much you bet the Lakers don't win the finals? You must be a Clipper guy. You probably one of the Clipper people last year, Derek, telling us what we wasn't gonna do. And I said, "No, listen, I don't care nothing about the Clippers. Listen, I don't care." MB, let's keep it all the way a buck. I said, I ain't care. You was asking me. Remember, MB, you was on the same page. You felt like we win, but you would still challenge me on, well, who gonna do this and who gonna do that? What I told you, I don't care about none of that. Like, I'm honest about mine. All that stuff will work itself out. I'm worried about two people, AD and LB. LeBron, baby. LeBron and AD.
You said what now? I said, who's gonna do what? Who's gonna do this? What?
No, you were just like,
I was with Lakers till they played the Heat. I had to go to home. Oh,
you always said we were gonna win it, is what I'm saying.
No doubt.
You would just throw a little, well, who's gonna shoot the ball for him? Who gonna help in the paint? Who gonna do this? Is LeBron gonna play all these minutes? I'm not saying those are your exact words, but you would have little questions based upon what everybody was saying about the Clippers. That was the matchup that everybody was talking about. And I said I didn't care about what everybody else is doing. That's what I'm letting you know. And I'm going to tell y'all again, I don't care about what everybody else is doing. So Derek right here talking about the Lakers going to win. Won't win it. Well, who going to beat us? Talk about that, baby.
He said the Clippers, yeah. I don't know.
It'll be what I said.
Yeah.
Nah, it's awesome, MB, because guess who on right after the conversation about these dribble brothers, guess who up next, MB?
Clipper. Yeah.
So there, Kawhi Leonard missing the game for real injury this time, baby. For real. Right? No load management. And Paul George is already out. So there, will this come and bite them during the playoffs again? Again? No team chemistry. Y'all show up to the bubble and play 25 games together all year? Like, come on, man. Who y'all think y'all gonna beat, man? Listen, one thing y'all better not fall into. Y'all better not allow Golden State to finish at 7th. That's what y'all better be worried about. Y'all better not let Golden State finish at 7 and y'all finish at 2nd behind us. Uh-oh. That's what you don't want, Derek. Hey, I'm rooting for Golden State to finish 7th and the Clippers to finish 2nd, baby. Or y'all can have them number 1 seed. Y'all finish number 1 and Golden State finish number 8, baby.
You think you saying Golden State gonna take them out, Klew?
Listen, they don't want that trouble. They don't want any of that smoke. And the way Denver playing right now, they might end up down there somewhere. They definitely don't want that smoke again, MB.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, Steve say don't look sorry. Yeah, Steve, I'm trying to figure out what he talking about me hating on the Lakers.
No. Yeah, I'm not saying it was hate, MB. I'm just saying there were questions, fair questions about what we were gonna do about certain holes in our team. That's all I'm saying. It wasn't hate. It definitely wasn't hate. It was just questions. Just like everybody had. And I'm just saying I never cared about any of the questions.
Yeah, you talking about against? Yeah, you gotta remind me on
general, during the year we were having trouble doing different things, especially on the offense. Now defensively, we was top 5 last year. We top 5. We started out actually number 1 in the NBA. I'm not sure. At least of 2 weeks ago, we were still number 1. I don't know about now. Basketball, they done played 20 games.
Oh no, Utah Jazz number 1 right now.
No. Defensively.
Yeah, definitely.
Defensively. Like, and remember that was what Pac Jam and myself was screaming about all last year. Everybody's so focused on what we gonna do when we get the ball. What you gonna do against us when we?
I don't know about that. Yeah, I got to take your word on that because I'm trying to figure out.
It wasn't. You keep looking at it like it was a bad.
We good.
It was simple questions.
We good. Yeah, we good.
So what he said, real injury, laugh out loud. I think this year would be different. Now, if you be honest, the Lakers wouldn't have beat the Clippers. Oh, stop.
Yeah.
There they go. Okay, Derek, I'll with you to the last little part. Yeah. Y'all had something for us, didn't you? So y'all had so much for us, we would have took y'all best player. He played with us now. What y'all? Hey, watch this, because this is what everybody was asking us too. It'll be what y'all gonna do with Trez? They can send 3-4 dudes at y'all. What y'all gonna do with Trez? What Clippers? All of a sudden, Trez got trashed when he came to the Lakers, boy. These Clipper fans, boy, what y'all gonna do with Trez? That's what I want to know.
Get him, Klew. Get him.
But seriously, Derek, my question for y'all is really serious. Here y'all go again. Still ain't gonna be done played 50 games together in 2 years as a full team. That's a problem, MB. And MB and I talked about that last year. That was the number one concern we both had. Like, you just don't show up. I remember even talking about the MB. There's some continuity involved. You got to run pick and roll together and watch pick and roll together and then play with each other and watch what you do against it to actually know without even sometimes the commands are verbal and sometimes it's just feel like we would do in passing off tight ends and running backs or receivers and running backs. You do it enough with a certain group, then you guys just fall into it. You can play off of each other. You don't get that by playing 5 snaps together, MV. And that's what I feel like. Here we go again. Guess who was y'all high point man last night? Lou Will at 30. You got 2 of your alleged superstars sitting on the bench. And that was a problem too, MB. Remember? Last year,
no doubt.
Was Lou Will, Montrez, and the point guard, MB. Patrick Beverly, sitting back, and they like, man, well, we led the team here a year before y'all show up. Now y'all the guys, and we ain't seeing that same fight. Y'all done stole our identity. Think about it, guys. Before those 2 got there, teams knew they had a dog fight when they went to the Clippers.
Right.
That ain't the MO anymore. Remember, this is a defensive team. They supposed to shut down everything. That front court is real deal. Man, Please, man, they shredding that front court, man. That's trash. Hot garbage, LB.
Well, Luka was killing them. Playoff Luka was killing that front court.
Yeah, everybody was killing them. Well, everybody killing them this year, MB. They ain't shutting nobody down.
Hey, man.
Front court.
Hey, man, Derek got you. He tell you what, the Lakers got blew out last night, man.
Hey, man, listen, it's a long season. Hey, we got blew out by the same team that we blew out in the finals.
Yeah.
In the Western Conference Finals. And yeah, AD, hey, I don't want AD to play for a month, man. Let him sit down for a month, baby. I don't want no KD action, man. It's talking about his Achilles. He had problems with it a couple weeks ago. We sat him
swelling and stuff in there too.
Yeah, we brought him back up. So now we need to shut him down, man. We all right, man. Hey, Derek, you just gonna be mad when we mess around and get Bradley Beal, man. It ain't over, baby.
See that, and that's the thing you brought up about the Clippers, how they was affected because guys ain't really play together. You know, they ain't have that continuity. You had a lot of guys, different guys between personal reasons, death in the family, injuries, stuff like that. But the thing about like Bron and AD, man, just the leadership that they have, where they can overcome those challenges. You know what I'm saying? Because of the sacrifice and the leadership they bring to the table and experience, and just them being on the same page. And it's not any hidden agenda. You know, nobody. You know where those both guys are committed on winning. You know, and they all in. They ain't distracted by all that other stuff, man. It's all about championships, and they go the extra mile. So stuff like that helps you overcome those stuff like that. You know, overcome loss, or you can't get together on the court and all that stuff. So that's definitely a big that's definitely one of the differences I see.
Well, let's go. You know, you just said leadership, and you're absolutely correct. LeBron, AD screamed at everybody early on this season after the game, went in on everybody in the locker room, including LeBron. You only if you committed like that can you be a guy of LeBron's magnitude and his level and take coaching from somebody else, from a guy that hasn't done half of what you've done.
No doubt.
Go out there and say, man, he challenged me. I need to own up to it. I need to play my part. And MB, for some reason, it's difficult for whatever reason for basketball guys to do that. But I ain't played with teams that football guys could do that to each other. I don't care who you was in the locker room. As far as that, if you were respected as a guy that gave it all,
right,
man, you were respected. Care nothing about who you were to the fans and the media, MB. It was all about we knew who you were in that locker room. And you actually pointed that out last year. I'm sorry, Derek, again with your Clippers. MB is the one who said, ain't no leadership.
Right.
And MB, the argument MB and myself had was the leadership should have came from the two guys, Paul George and or Kawhi Leonard. And I was like, they do got a leader. MB like that ain't gonna work. Those are not dynamics, not gonna work. Turned out MB was definitely correct.
Right. And Derek brought up a good point. I don't know if you're trying to throw a shot, but Rondo provided some leaderships for the Lakers as well. And that was one of the guys that I called out that was going to step up in the playoff, you know?
But that sounds good, man. But he was the same kind of leadership that MB said wasn't going to work with the Clippers. And that's what Montrez and Patrick Beverly. So
what's that?
MB now, come on, stand up. That ain't going to get it done.
Who?
You said Pat Beverly. And
who said Pat Beverly?
Last year, you said the leadership had to come from Paul George.
Oh, yeah.
Or Kawhi Leonard.
No doubt.
Now he throwing out there Rondo. Man, we played 100 games without Rondo last year. Boy, stop.
No, I was acknowledging that Rondo did a good job. Rondo would call dudes out and stuff like that. I was saying that. No? Is that what you said, Katie?
Listen, he provided leadership as much as the same amount Montrez gave, the same amount Patrick Beverly gave. But our horses were our leaders, okay? Yeah,
no doubt. No doubt. Hey, Lou, no doubt. But let me add this to what he's saying, though. I agree. Like I said, AD and LeBron, if those two guys not out all in, then they wouldn't have the success they have. Excuse me, what you say? What you need? Huh? MJ, can you help him get a cup? What I want to do acknowledge Rondo, right? Because I pointed out last year, I thought before the playoffs started, said, man, the way he's going to have a big impact. And I remember reading an article, Klew, where he went to LeBron and he told LeBron, you got to watch your body action because those guys are looking to please you. And when you like, right, it has effect on those guys. And so that was real good. So that's just another point. So where you have, like you talk about, your two main guys are all in, right? But then you have that other leadership, those sergeants that help out as well.
Okay, that's a better way of putting it.
Yeah. So, but no, you got to have the two best guys got to be all in, like, and they were. But I just want to point out about Rondo. That's why I said what I said about Rondo. You know,
Eric jumping off the porch though, like Rondo was our leader.
No, I ain't know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I told you. I don't know Derek throwing a shot or what. I don't know how to take it, right? But I would say I do want to acknowledge Rondo as a leader because I saw that from him, and I thought that was good because he was not afraid to call people out as well.
What I want to know from Derek, LB, is who
there you go, right there. Derek's showing his colors.
Get off.
He's showing you his colors. No, Klew, he's showing you his colors right now. That's what Derek talking about. You see that clip? He said you gave Braun too much credit.
Listen, we got them young guys out of there. That's what we needed to do. And we needed that. MB, what I told you, AD, you was like, well, who y'all gonna give up for AD? What I tell you, MB, everybody except for LeBron. Everybody. We don't care. Ain't nobody untouchable around here. How that worked out for us, Derek? It brought another chip. That's what it did.
No doubt. That leadership, man.
Come on, man. That's an argument you don't really want to have, Derek. That's a no-brainer. All-star votes, MB. All-star votes. And guess who lead?
Braun, baby.
Already know, man. See, Derek, there you go again, man. Go and throw some more hate our way. We here for it. LB, we here for it, LB. I mean, all-star voting taking place, LeBron.
Hey, hold on. Was Derek your homeboy? Because am I in the middle of y'all be going at it like this all the
time? No, that's your homeboy.
Now you don't want to claim him, huh?
No, that's your homeboy. LeBron himself far ahead of everybody else out there in the West. Luka, excuse me.
No, Durant. Go ahead.
I'm saying on the West side.
Oh, West, yeah.
In that third place, but out there on the East is Kevin Durant, like you said. He's sitting there up there with LeBron type numbers. Him and then Giannis, a million votes less, MB. See what I'm saying, man? Ain't nobody
get proud of it.
How did two-time MVP is a million votes less than KD, man? A million. Okay. And then Bradley Beal is sitting up there pretty high. Joel Embiid is before him, but Bradley Beal sitting up there pretty high. And I really respect that, MB, because guys like Bradley Beal, when it comes to all-star voting, are really generally left out there to dry, MB. And it's really sad a lot of times when you don't see, you don't respect the guy for putting up. He out there killing. He just playing with hot garbage. And finally, because all-star voting is different. That's the fans mostly, MB. So it's a lot different than like, making first team all NBA.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas real writers who are all into this 100%, who are doing the numbers, studying and all that, they get it right. But this all-star, I'm excited that the NBA is holding on to some real basketball fans to make this voting that close to that. Bradley Beal sitting up there about third in votes.
Yeah, because what is like 50% fans, 25% organization or whatever, and then 25.
Breakdown. I'm not.
Yeah, I just read somewhere 50% fan, 25% is front office, and 25% media. I'm surprised that the players don't get a vote in. That's the thing that surprised me.
And Kyrie sitting there, what? top 5. But I love the fact Bradley he's number 4. I see right now because Joel snuck in there. KD, Giannis, Joel Embiid, and then Bradley Beal at 4. And that's just amazing. The rest of the guys got great records, MB. You know what I'm saying? And that I mean, you're accustomed to that, to those kind of guys. But Brad, sitting by that 11 or 12 in the car in the East, man. But yeah, he finished 4th in votes.
Right.
Ain't nobody Washington play, LB.
Right. Like you said, that show the love they have, love and respect they have for him. You know,
Bradley. When you tired of people not showing up to games, respecting the cheerleaders more than they want to see the team, come out west, come to Death Row, baby. Come on out there to LA.
Trying to recruit him, huh? You trying to recruit him, Klew?
Hey, I'm trying to recruit him Suge Knight style, baby.
So let's talk about that. So do you think they're gonna make the trade? Do you think they're gonna get it done, Klew?
Well, I think Bradley Beal, for whatever reason, man, I don't know if this is because he has another year, I think it is, on his deal. So, you know, in the NBA, man, they force their way out of these situations. He's not saying anything.
Right.
Which is so surprising to me.
Well, I heard from what's the name? What's the dude name? Barnes. And I was listening to a show today, and he was like saying the dude always been a stand-up type of guy. That's just not how he roll, you know?
Well, so he's gonna play himself into oblivion, right? Yeah.
Well, but it's really on them. They can, if the management, they can decide like, oh, we need to trade, and I don't think he got no trade clause. You know what I'm saying?
But the problem is generally the play. I mean, the management always wants to add a guy. It's like they ain't gonna never if the guy's balling for him, they ain't trying to get rid of him.
Right, exactly.
And so he's balling for him, but he's like, I'm cool. Everybody around him is talking trade except for him.
Exactly, and that's the thing.
Now, I think they do know he won't resign after next year, but they still got him for another year. So NBA is crazy to me. Like, he needs to be his make your agent the bad guy, Bradley. Like, you ain't got to say nothing.
You trying to show him how to get out of there, huh?
Yeah, baby. Come on, get this chip, Bradley. That'll solidify this 3-peat. I hope y'all heard me. 2-peat's already done. That'll solidify this 3-peat. We get you. We'll get y'all Kyle Kuzma, all of our first-round picks for the next 5 years. We ain't got none anyway, but whenever we get some back, y'all can have those too, MB. We not into that. With the Lakers, we all about who balling now. We don't care about the future mess y'all be drafting by. That's why I always been a Laker fan, MB. We ain't concerned about these picks and stuff. If you killing right now, that's what we MB.
Right. That's what he's saying. I'm reading this. Brandon Beal, he's a free agent after the 22-23 season.
Oh, man. So that's 2 years. I thought it was 1.
And then based on them, they quoted him saying he wants to be the centerpiece of a rebuild, at least for now.
That's that fool, man.
Yeah. So
you'll be struggling to get in the Hall of Fame, man. Hey, numbers 10 times better than everybody else struggling to get in the Hall of Fame because they looking at you and you average 30, right? You average 30 and 6, LB, but your career record is 200 and 600.
Wow, hey, I'm looking at this. Here's another inside information, Klew, about
600 ain't the record gonna get you in the Hall of Fame.
Hey, but check this out. Here's another record. I was just reading this. Basically, they don't pull. You know how like the quarterback's trying to get a seat at the table. Well, right now, since that trade, they gave him a seat at the table, man. They let him him and organization are working together, man, and make decisions about what direction the team is going to.
Now, does he have an opt-out, though?
Does he have an opt-out?
Yeah.
It doesn't say.
Okay. I think that deal is basically over after next season because I think he has an opt-out.
You think it's a player option?
Yeah.
I'll research it and see.
Because generally, that's what everybody's doing. At least
that last year you got you got like a player option.
Right. Now them superstars getting it after 2.
Right. They want to go back to the table quick.
Get it after 2. But,
yeah.
But everybody else, it's on the back end of your deal. So if he's out in 2 years, then I'm sure next year is probably a player option after next year. I think that's why I was thinking like that. Because nobody's staying. Even if he stays, it's gonna be redone. You know what I mean? He'll opt out to do a bigger deal.
Yeah, I'm reading right now trying to figure it out.
I think that's what AD is a 2. I think LeBron's that's why AD did his deal like that. He'll be up with LeBron, player option again. That's how we work around them, man. And we like to show love too like that too, man, because we want everybody to be there.
Right.
Listen, like I said, when you tired of losing all your games, nobody coming to the stadium, no celebrities coming through hollering at you. Come to LA.
Right.
In my Suge Knight voice, baby.
Yeah.
So, getting off of basketball, man. NFL pulled back the curtain, man, and not even the NFL. Let's keep it real. The what is it? The Lions, MB. The can't even think of it. With Rod Graves over there.
Fitz Pollard.
Fitz Pollard. There we go. Alliance pulled back the curtain and got Jacksonville coach up out of there. The strength and conditioning coach, guy coming in with a lot of heat, accused of being racist over there in Iowa. And Iowa, he was so bad for them, they got rid of him. And then Urban Meyer thought fit to bring him into Jacksonville. And I immediately jumped out there, LB. I jumped off the porch quick and let him know this is not a good move. This is not work. And MB MB couldn't believe it. He thought everybody was woke. I say everybody can't be woke, MB. Everybody ain't woke. Him and Dabo still sleep out there.
Yeah, I ain't say everybody woke. I said majority woke. That's the difference. I said, however, it's still some zombies out there.
Yes, sir. and MB, somebody got to him. I don't know who it was, but somebody got to him and say, look here, player. I don't want to pull a rank on your first day on the job. But you're going to need to get rid of him. And so he called him in the office, MB, and he say, look, we handle this two ways. We handle this with your resignation, and I go ahead and give you a year or two of this money anyway. And, you go on your way, or I fire you and you get nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how that happened. And he really wanted him. I'm telling you, they sweetened that deal on the front end, because if he would have had to fire him, Urban Meyer would have lost all credibility, and they needed to fire him that same day as well. Because,
good Lord.
I'm
Klew, there you go, boy. I got to get a name for you, boy.
Let me tell you why. Because if he would have been, if you'd have had to fire him, then it would look like he's not running the show. Somebody in the organization is truly running the show, and or he's allowing public opinion to run his show. Either way spells trouble for a head football coach on his first day on the job, MB. That's where I'm coming from. not from anywhere else but those two positions. So he had to sweeten that pot to get this guy to resign, because now it looks like he still is in authority. Don't nothing. The buck stops with him, and this guy felt too much pressure. He was fine. He could have took the pressure of everybody talking bad about his program, and yet he would have kept moving forward. But this guy couldn't handle it. So he pushed it on him, MB. It was that's how you got to do it.
I don't know what to say. You be having some insight on that stuff, huh?
Well, all I can tell you is I knew that wasn't gonna fly.
Yeah, no doubt. And that's the thing. I think that pressure bust pipe, man. And I think one of the things, however it went down, the fact is, man, Rod Gray stood up and said what he had to say. He called it. He also said, man, 20 years, right? He talked about, man, that's the good old boy network, Right. And then what I was saying on the show, I was like, how did he talked about vetting them? I said, how do you vet that situation, And I was jokingly saying, would he send him to Magic City? Like, how do you vet him? You so that was good. So it was good.
He sent him to Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson.
He sent him nowhere. And it was good to hear Rod, what he said. And then however it went down, it was good. The fact they righted it wrong, They did. They like, okay, however it went down, whether the dude, like you saying, hey, we're gonna sweeten the deal, you resign, or however it went down, the fact that is the matter, it went down, they got it done,
But what I like about it is the fact that the Fitzpatrick Alliance spoke out, Rod Gray.
That's what I say.
Because
right off the bat.
What it did also, MB, is put the NFL on notice you still ain't doing your job.
Exactly. And that's the first thing I said, that I like the fact that Rod said something, that he got it done.
Let me tell you what Pac Jam hit both us in the throat with too. What was the NFLPA, baby?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you don't drop the mic?
I had to, LB. What were they? Are you kidding me? Pac Jam said that, and I was speechless, MB. We never even thought about them. Right. Where are you, and what is your job, MB?
Right.
If you don't speak up first.
Right.
See, that's that foolishness back in the day when we were like, they working together. They working hand in hand. You remember that? NFL, NFL, it's the same logo, same situation. They ain't fighting for us type of deal. That's where you get that stuff from. When you don't speak out, and still to this day, at least I ain't found it, MB. I still ain't found one quote, nothing about it.
Right.
Like, these your players. That's got to sit under this guy. You have nothing to say. They should do it up first. They got more power than the Fitzpatrick Alliance. The Fitzpatrick Alliance is their conscience. That's all they had in life. That's the good. That's the angel and the devil. You know what I'm saying? It'll be old school cartoons, baby. That's all that is. Fitzpatrick. It's like that angel sitting there like, look, man, y'all wrong for this. And what used to happen in the cartoon, it'll be when the character still wanted to do bad. He blew him up and went on ahead and did what he wanted to do. That's what happened in Jacksonville. But you got to have, as the NFLPA, man, NFLPA Pac Jam hit that on the head, man. I was almost embarrassed, MB, when Pac had said that. I'm like,
that's a good point.
Like I said, he hit both of us in the throat, because I knew your throat hurt right now too, because it's like, where were they? What are y'all doing?
That's a good point. That's a good point. Pat Wagon. That's a good point. Great point. Great point. Great point.
So yeah, man. So they ended up getting the most important coach evidently on the on the roster. It'll be they ended up getting the sports performance guy. That guy that's changing programs around here in the NFL. It'll be he just ain't any coach, baby. They ain't the DC, the OC, baby. he got them lifting 1,000 and squatting 2,500 MB. And everybody running 4-1. Everybody MB.
Hey Klew, what do you think about Urban Meyer's comment afterward? He said Chris did not want to be a distraction to what we are building in Jacksonville. Meyer said in a statement, "We are responsible for all aspects of our program, and in retrospect, should have given greater consideration to how his appointment may have affected all involved. We wish him the best as he moves forward in his career."
He ain't right that, man. Listen.
What's your response?
Yeah, man. These coaches, and I try to say this, and remember that was my critique about Dabo. They live in these false bubbles that don't exist for the rest of the world. Okay. And not even for the players that's in their program. That's what tripped me out. Like, that shows me how you think you close to them and have no idea what they're going through, MB. Because you never, if Urban was really close to the guys that he had at Florida, if Urban was really close to the guys that he had at Ohio State, because I say really close, that means they coming to you talking about everything, not just about our opponents or sitting there, shucking and jiving about nothing. I'm talking about real life stuff. Like my brother just got pulled over last night, man. They put him on the ground and had his face in the road for an hour before they let him go for nothing. Like, you're not sharing those stories. You see what I'm saying? They're sharing those stories with these guys. So in their mind, hey, I treat you just like every other guy on this roster. If you the best player, you win. That ain't the world. That ain't the world we live in. So these guys live in that bubble, MB, and they are asleep. And Urban Meyer, all that happened, and I guarantee you, his way of vetting was somebody told him about what happened, and then when he interviewed him, he say, "Look, man, what happened out there, man? Listen, coach, that was a lie. I don't know why those guys said it." Urban like, "Well, shooting, it said about 7-8 guys said it. Listen, this one here was a walk-on. This one here never played. Coach, listen, you've been in that situation before." "Yeah, I have. I know what you're talking about." And that was the vet, MB. That's the vet right there. But see, you ain't called. See, vetting is Urban. Pick up the phone and go and call the guy. Pick up the phone and call the guys that allege. Watch this, Urban. You got a player right on the team.
Right.
Him. You ain't all you gotta do is go down the hall. You ain't even got to go far.
Right. No doubt.
So
yeah, I wanted to see what you had to say about his comment, his thoughts. Man, good.
I mean, the only part.
That's the low down, baby. Give him the low down. Give him the low down.
The only part that resonated, a small part with me, is we didn't read the temperature. I forget what exactly he said, but basically he said he didn't realize how that would affect people there and outside of the program.
Right.
You're still asleep.
Right.
He says you have no idea of what's really going on in your locker room. So how can you be successful?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How can you truly be successful? You ain't in college no more. And I told you, MB, you and I both knew that dude was getting zero respect around them, man.
Right.
And what I said, jokes gonna be like this, like double this. I wish a mug would say something slick to me. I'd have been in there like, boy, I would have been on straight silent mode when I walked into his weight room every time, just wait for him to say something to me.
Right.
Hey, what? What you just said, player? No. Because it's a different situation. It's not the guy. You don't have to do nothing they talking about. Listen, you put up that little workout, I decide if I'm going to do it or not, MB. Period. If I like it, I'm going to do it. If I don't want to do it, I'm going to do my own thing. This ain't college. Ain't nobody putting stuff up there. You got to do it.
Right. Klew, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay. Yeah, my camera went out for a second. I got you, baby.
Yeah, I
You're
heard
right
you.
about it.
You was one of my movies, man. Me and my wife be watching this the show Alias, and they always putting the still picture in the in the camera, so they can go and actually steal something or take something, and it be still. So I saw you steal. You wasn't moving.
Right.
You and I just, hey, he done put the steel up there, baby. He done walked off. He going to get him something to drink. He'll be back in there real pill.
Hey, Pac Jam, go on with that, man. We already dealt with that. Come on, brother. It don't spell no. Come on, man. Child, please. Child, please. Pac Jam, child, please. Go sit down somewhere. We trying to get ready for Alabama that first game. We ain't worry about Central Florida. Child, please.
It'll be, I tried to tell you, he feel like Gus coming after Miami. Specific Miami and Florida State. Sure.
Yeah. Look at yeah. I said it was a good hire. You sit Pac Jam, better coach, huh? No, he's talking about Gus. He's talking about he's a better coach than Josh, huh?
Well, Josh still trying to really cut his teeth. He fell into a great situation and really left it worse than when he came there. If you really want to keep it a plug.
Wow. That's the lowdown.
Hey, if you don't want the truth, don't talk to me.
That's the lowdown. The lowdown. He ain't holding back. He gets it. I gotta come up with a name. We call Pat Wag. We gotta come up with the P, man. You the butcher, baby. You going at him.
See, there you go.
Death row. You get your fire, you get everything, you know.
All I can tell you, man, is it what old schools tell you, keep living, baby.
Death row.
Hey, you'll see that thing come to pass, LB.
Hey, we got the Pat Wagon, we got Death Row. One Death Row. Baby. Good night, Death Row.
Oh man. Well, we appreciate y'all, man. I ain't even realize we over, LB.
Yeah.
We had a ton of fun, man. We appreciate the interaction, man. We thank y'all for putting up, stopping through, hollering at us. You know it. Derek Reels, appreciate your comments tonight, baby. Definitely
Hey, Katie, I thought you was joking, but Derek, man, he from my hometown, man. That's my homeboy. Huh?
I told you, LB, that wasn't none of me.
Yeah, I'm like, man, how you going at the man? I'm like, man, y'all about you don't pick him up. Yeah. It's my homeboy from the Ranger. What's up, baby?
There it is.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate y'all stopping through, man. We'll see y'all Friday, man. A lot of games coming up. We'll be talking to y'all about prime time. Prime starts Sunday, MB.
Oh, yeah?
Them Jackson State Tigers, baby.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They get on that thing. They actually playing Duval. They playing Edward Waters, MB.
Are they?
Yeah. They Edward Waters driving the Jackson State.
Okay.
Game ESPN 3, baby. Get your popcorn.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Get your popcorn ready in these streets.
Gotta check it out, baby.
I'm wondering if his son's already enrolled, the quarterback.
Oh, if he's early enrollment.
Right. If you already enrolled, that'll be perfect because this year don't count anyway. Instead of having a spring, I counted their games. They got 7 games. That'd be beautiful. Get him 7 games in the spring that don't even count, and then he come out as a second-year guy, as a true freshman. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be love. But Sunday, 12 o'clock, baby.
Okay, I ain't even know.
It might be 2. I don't know what's 12 and 2 in my mind right now, but it's Sunday. They start Sunday, little spring action.
Wow.
Prime time, baby. We're gonna see what it's all about, baby. See if that hype translate. All I know is Dion said, baby, we going and is what he said it'll be. Because at the time he didn't know how many games they was gonna play, because you know they had done canceled their season and all that. But he said and so now we know it's 7 games, Dion. So they going 7-0, baby.
And what he say, huh?
Well, we appreciate y'all again. We'll see y'all Friday night, 6 p.m. From Sideline to Baseline, MB and Klew.
K. Later, fellas.